This is Bangladesh, the most toxic country in the world, where the air is unbreathable and rivers are more poisonous than blood. Here, a child's first breath carries poison, and adults slowly die of suffocation. Is this really 21st century development? I'm currently standing in Dhaka, and the air quality index has crossed 400. This means the air here can burn your lungs. In 2023, Bangladesh was declared the world's most polluted country, and Dhaka, its capital, is now among the most dangerous cities to breathe in. Why is this happening? Brick kilns, diesel vehicles, factories with no filtration, uncontrolled construction. Factories. If you ask me where all this poison starts, that's your answer. Walk along the polluted rivers, and you'll see it with your own eyes. Textile industries dumping untreated chemicals straight into the water. Tanneries, those that process animal skins, releasing toxic chromium, heavy metals, and dyes into the earth and rivers like it's nothing. Even household waste? Yeah, it ends up in the same place. All of it. The filth, the rot, the poison. I met a fisherman while shooting this. But the tragedy doesn't stop with the rivers. It creeps into homes, into the lungs of children, into the bloodstream of pregnant women. Every breath here carries a risk. I saw children coughing nonstop, old people struggling for air, and hospitals flooded with cases of asthma, lung infections, and even cancer. Just pollution. The stats are horrifying. Over 170,000 people die every year due to air pollution in Bangladesh. That's not a number. That's lives. That's families destroyed. And it breaks your heart when you realize the pride of the nation, the garment industry that fuels the economy, is part of the poison too. Bangladesh is the world's second largest garment exporter. It's the backbone of employment for millions. But at what cost? I visited some of the industrial zones where these clothes are made, and what I saw was disturbing. Billions of liters of water, wasted every year just to dye and wash clothes. That water, full of synthetic dyes, chlorine, and microplastics, is dumped untreated into canals and rivers. The same water that touches the soil, seeps into crops, or flows into the homes of the poor. It's like we're exporting style and importing death. Now think about this. Something as basic and essential as drinking water is killing people, literally. In 43 districts, the groundwater contains arsenic and lead, way beyond what the World Health Organization says is safe. You can't see it, you can't taste it, but slowly, silently, it's killing. One mother told me, "We know the water is dirty, but what else can we do? The children need to drink." I watched her 5-year-old daughter, thin, pale, covered in rashes, and I had no words. No child should have to choose between thirst and poison. As if all that wasn't enough, climate change adds fuel to the fire. Bangladesh is one of the most climate-vulnerable countries on Earth. Rising sea levels are swallowing villages. Floods destroy crops and homes every year. Millions are forced to leave everything behind, becoming climate refugees in their own country. Imagine living in a toxic environment and then watching the very ground beneath your feet vanish underwater. That's not the future. That's happening right now. And you might wonder, what about the government? What are they doing about this? On paper, there are laws, strict rules. The government has ordered all factories to install treatment plants to clean their waste before dumping it. But when you walk the streets, talk to the people, and see the polluted rivers for yourself, it's clear. The rules aren't followed. Bribes change hands. Inspectors look the other way. It's a system broken by greed, drowning in its own negligence. One activist told me, "We've shouted, protested, begged, but industries have money, and money always wins." Still, there is a sliver of hope, but only if we act. What's needed is bold legal action. Not just policies printed on paper. We need real enforcement. We need modern waste treatment technology in every factory, not just as a checkbox, but as a commitment. We need the global community, you, me, everyone watching this, to put pressure on brands, governments, and corporations. Public awareness matters. Education matters. When people know the truth, they can demand better. NGOs and grassroots organizations are doing what they can. But the problem is massive, and they need support. So now the question is, will we, the world, allow this to continue? Or will we rise before the poison becomes irreversible? When I walked through the alleys, when I spoke to the people, I didn't just see suffering, I saw strength. I saw children playing in alleyways full of toxins, but still laughing. I saw mothers trying to clean their homes even when the walls were stained with industrial smoke. There's a resilience here that's hard to describe. But that resilience doesn't mean they deserve this. They don't. Bangladesh's truth is bitter, but bitterness can lead to change. We just can't look away anymore. If this documentary moved you even a little, then please share it, talk about it, demand change. Because awareness isn't enough, we need